Breaking news! Anthony Stolarz is day-to-day with a lower body injury, according to head coach Craig Berube, who says it was good news overall. He left the game in the first intermission last night against the Ducks. Stolarz is leading the league in save percentage and second in goals against average. They recalled Dennis Hildeby from the Marlies on an emergency basis.
This is Sportscentre.
Hi, I'm Luca Celebre filling in for Marissa Roberto, and this is Digital Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. Just one game in the NHL tonight as the Ottawa Senators are in Carolina. The Canes come into this one on a bit of a skid, just winning twice in their last 6 games. The Sens have been better as they've won 3 of their last 4. However, it's kind of shaping up to be another no man's land season in Ottawa. As of today, the Sens sit 5th in the Atlantic and are just 4 points out of a wildcard spot. We know the season still has a long way to go. But if this holds up, it means they're both out of the playoffs and unlikely to get a top draft pick. Ottawa's missed the playoffs for the last 7 seasons, and they've only had a top 5 pick twice in that time span. And it's worth noting that they've done well with these picks, drafting captain Brady Tkachuk in 2018 and Tim Stützle in 2020. But they've also traded just as many first-round picks away in this period, including the 2022 pick in the Alex DeBrincat trade and their 2023 pick in the Jacob Chychrun trade. And making matters worse, both DeBrincat and Chychrun now off the team. So where can they go from here? One option is to go all in with this core that already has some nice pieces. Tim Stützle, Drake Batherson, and Brady Tkachuk have all had strong starts and are scoring at more than a point per game pace. Meanwhile, goaltender Linus Ullmark has also played well, especially over his last 5 games. So if this kind of play can continue from their top guys with the right pieces around them, it's not impossible for the Sens to contend. So we'll see where they end up going. Circling back to tonight, a win against Carolina would go a long way for their playoff chances. And viewers in the Sens region, TSN has you covered. You can catch the game at 7 p.m. Eastern. What an important weekend of football we have in the NFL. And what a matchup between 2 teams looking for their first Super Bowl. It's the Bills and the Lions. Both teams are at the top of their division, but both are 2 of 12 teams to never win the Super Bowl, while the Lions are one of 4 teams to never make the Super Bowl, period. But with the way they've been playing this season, they're the team to beat in the NFC. Coming into the week, they're 12-1 and have won a franchise-best 11 straight games. And this late in the season, we have to ask ourselves, are they the best team in football right now? FanDuel seems to think so because as of today, they've got the best odds at plus 270. Meanwhile, the Bills sit 4th best at plus 650. Buffalo, on the other hand, despite falling to the Rams last week, have been cruising and are still very much in contention to take the #1 seed in the AFC from the Chiefs. With the play of Josh Allen, it's no surprise that the Bills have won 7 of their last 8 games. Allen became the first QB in NFL history to run and throw for 3 touchdowns, and is far and away the favorite to win NFL regular season MVP. What we may see Sunday between the Lions and Bills might just be a sneak peek of what we can expect in February in New Orleans. But standing in the way of the Bills in the AFC, it's the team that's eliminated them in 3 straight playoff games. The 2-time defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, who are coming off clinching their 9th consecutive division championship. But they're going against Jameis Winston, whose wins with the Browns this season just so happen to come against teams that are well over 500, the Ravens and the Steelers. But it's Patrick Mahomes, so we're not going to count him out. And despite their 15 straight one-score wins, Mahomes is 15-0 against teams that are 4 or more games under 500. The Browns currently sit at 3-10. As a Broncos fan, I have suffered through this reign of Mahomes, so anytime they lose to anybody, I'm always very happy. So I wish nothing but the best for every team that faces them because I don't want to see them win anymore. All right, it's time for my favorite segment and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And if you played hockey growing up in Canada, you probably had your fair share of shooting practice in the garage. Or perhaps it was soccer, practicing in your backyard. Well, this kid definitely experienced our worst nightmare.
Go.
I'm just so surprised that the dad kept letting him shoot. After 1, my dad would have been like, no, inside, never doing that again, we're done. We're gonna go to an actual soccer field so nothing more breaks. All right, switching gears here, there's innovation on the golf course, but this shot might be one of the best we've seen.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I don't even know. Just the position to put yourself in to hit that shot is crazy enough, let alone basically doing it blind, going backwards, and then putting it in the hole. Like, it's impressive if it just gets on the green, and he put it in the hole. Just ridiculous stuff. Let's turn our sights back to the NFL. It's time for one of our favorite segments, the weekly FanDuel Fast Facts. You know how it goes. 40 seconds on the board. I try and get through as many as I can, and apparently Marissa doesn't know what her personal best is, so I guess I'll just be setting the pace forever now. All right, here we go. Week 15 will be the third time this season the Chiefs play a team 7+ games under 500. They won both games by 3 points. The current spread is set at 4.5. Joe Burrow leads the NFL with 33 touchdowns. He's thrown 3 or more of them in 5 consecutive games. You can take his alternate 3+ touchdown line at +188. Since week 5, Bo Nix ranks top 10 among qualified quarterbacks in wins, passer rated, and offensive touchdowns with 19. He's currently +240 on FanDuel to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Detroit Lions haven't lost a single game since week 2 against the Bucs. They are -142 on the money line against the Bills on Sunday. Nico Collins averages the most yards per game in the league this season with 104. He's -114 to go over 88.5 yards against the Dolphins. He's gone over that number in back-to-back weeks. Russell Wilson is 8-0 in his career against Pennsylvania teams in the NFL. Steelers are +205 on the money line, or you can take the +5.5 spread at -110. Watch the tape back. I got all 6. I was basically at the end, even though I don't even know what the words were that I said at the end of that Russell Wilson thing, but I got 6. The pace is set. Marissa has to get 6 now. That's all for today. Have a great weekend. We will see you back here on Monday.